Hey there, responders and RMPs. Chrissy Brooks here with hypothetical for week ending 8/2/2025. Let's jump in and get started. So we're going to work through our decision tree. We're going to read every word out loud because you know what? It's good practice and it's going to keep your mind fresh. So here's our situation. A wet box with both an Oxidizer 5.1 hazard label and the UPS hazardous material shipping papers UN 2014 hydrogen peroxide aqueous solution 5.1 packing group 2 is leaking on the floor in a trailer. The liquid is spreading on the floor from this box. When you open the box, you find 1-gallon bottle of hydrogen peroxide with a crack on the bottom. There are no fumes that irritate the skin, visible fumes, smoke, or irritating odors. Answer the questions below based on this scenario. So I'm going to let you go through your decision tree book and go ahead and pause the video now. I'll be right back. All right, so hopefully as you are going through your decision tree, top box is going to be nose. Then we're going to come down here to our other box. It does have a diamond hazard label, so we're going to move right on over here. It's not something that's prohibited, and it's also not something that is allowed in our system, but that we do not clean up, which leads us over to the green box. Hydrogen peroxide is not an edible liquid. Hopefully no one is drinking hydrogen peroxide. So that's going to lead us down here into our yellow box. A designated responder needs to clean up this spill. So yellow box, designated responder must clean up the spill. And then response or containment sheet that we're going to go to, we are going to go to our oxidizer and organic peroxide page. So let's go ahead and turn to that page now. And I believe that it is page, yes, it is page 10. So we're matching our diamond hazard label up here. We've got an oxidizer 5.1. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and read through this sheet to come up with your answer down here. So go ahead, pause again and read through the sheet. We'll be right back. So I did want to highlight some things on our response sheet. This is one that has a lot of words on the page. So there's a lot of different instructions on this page. The first one is that it tells us not to use Zepsorbent or clay-based absorbent on hydrofluoric acid spills. So that's in response action step number 3. But if we go back up here to step number 6 on the top of the page, which is our hazards, it says do not absorb oxidizers or organic peroxide with activated carbon or clay-based absorbent. Use only Zepsorbent. So we only want to use Zep when we're processing this oxidizer. Only use Zep. We don't want to use activated carbon on this, and we don't want to use clay-based absorbent. And then also, if it's got hydrofluoric acid in it, we're going to solidify it with sodium bicarbonate. This is not that situation, but again, if it does contain that hydrofluoric acid, then we're going to solidify it with sodium bicarbonate instead of Zepsorbent. And then the other one that I wanted to highlight on here, oh, I lost it. All right, I found it. So response action step number 4, to avoid any potential reactions, use only Zepsorbent until all liquids are absorbed to the proper Zep consistency. Stir with a wooden stirring stick until mixture appears dry. If possible, separate any organics such as cardboard or packing material into a separate DMP bag. So oxidizers don't burn themselves, but what they do as they evaporate, they give off oxygen, and oxygen makes things much more flammable. So the higher the packing group, the more dangerous the oxidizer is. This one is a packing group 2, which means it's right in the middle. 3 is the least dangerous, 1 is the most dangerous for packing groups. So we want to make sure when we've got that oxidizer label that we're separating out things like contaminated cardboard, craft paper, any kind of plastic bag, anything like that needs to be separated out and go into its own DMP bag. So you're going to be creating 2 bags for this damage. Pretty much anytime you've got an oxidizer or an organic peroxide, you can count on making 2 bags. Anything that's contaminated is going to go into one, and then your solidified material is going to go into the other. So on this one, Our answer is, if possible, separate any organics such as cardboard or packing material into a separate DMP bag. All right, hopefully you can get into the MFA page and hopefully you can get into ETT. If not, reach out to that health and safety supervisor. I know I need to get into that waste disposal flow chart. That one's going to be a yes. And then let's go through our waste disposal flow chart. So we do have a spilled or leaking. We didn't spill outside of a vehicle. We didn't enter a drain. We don't have reportable quantity. It's none of these items that we need to go to a special appendix for. It's definitely not a non. Sum of remaining liquids, 3 gallons or more, is a no. It didn't give off a noxious odor and it did not contain hydrofluoric acid. So we end up down here, follow the applicable DMP procedures listed in the operator's quick reference guide, table of contents, based on your facility's generator status. So that is the second set of green box right there. And what do you do with those RCRA clean containers? Again, we're going to throw those away. So this bottle, after we dump it out and solidify all the material, the bottle from this damage can go into the trash can. And then what tool do we use that tells us how to dispose of hazardous materials? The waste disposal flow chart, of course. Hopefully you've got your DOK done already for this month, as we are coming up right on the end of July. August 1st is Friday, which is crazy. Kids are going back to school. I am not ready for it. So everybody's favorite page, go ahead, do your drop downs, find your name, find your operation. If you are not on that list, reach out to this person that pertains to your area. And then when you're all finished, make sure you're clicking that brown arrow. That's all I've got for you guys today. Hope that you have a great, safe week, and we'll see you next time.